Hi folks. First off, I want to apologize for the quality of the audio. My wife's dog ate my microphone, so I'm using an old microphone like from the 90s. In any event, I wanted to show you an example of what your assignment is today. And it's going to look a little different because I'm viewing it as an instructor and not as a actual student, but I'm viewing it in preview mode, so hopefully this will help. Anyway, you will come here and you'll see your name, your username, and your directory. These are the same this time because I set up my own hosting service. And the only difference here is Ms. Ugolano. Here, there's no H here in your name because it wouldn't let me create a H Ugolano name. So yours is just MC from Mendocino College and then Ugolano. All right. Other than that, you're being given full real hosting with PHP access and everything to this website. And please don't try to hack it. Don't do any of that kind of stuff. This is something that will get everybody's work taken down if that happens, not by me. All right, so be good. Anyway, so the beginning FTP instructions here. You're going to use a regular FTP program as well, but for today, for this week, I just want you to use the web-based FTP. And this host, DreamHost, who I'm using for this these hosting accounts, is right here. So you'll go to here and then enter your account. Yours would be MC and then your first initial and your last name, as I said above. You know, mine would be MCR Griffith. Then your username, your password, which I will send you in a private message, and then you'll press enter. And now here's an example, and I use Kyla's, I think it's pronounced Kyla, information here as an example. So here you'll see what the screen will look like when you pull it up, and then you'll see that there's a favicon .gif, a favicon.ico, and a quickstart.html. Those are the three files that are in your folder. All right, now see how we're in the K. Pullman. I hope I'm pronouncing these names right. I don't know why I didn't pick names that were easy, but that's okay. So these three files here, if you were to go to the website, which is this website here, it'll tell you the website is almost here. Upload your website to get started. Now, and there's a link for need help or admin panel. This right here, quickstart.html, is what is being displayed here. Now, this is so that people can't just jump in and see your work. So, for example, if I was to delete quickstart.html, which I'm going to ask you to do, then when somebody goes to the website, it's the same site, you can see that it only has these two graphic files. All right. Okay, so next we're going to be going and creating some folders. Right here you see there's just those two files, and the favicon is this little picture here that appears up on the top of some browsers. All right, some browsers don't show that, but anyway, that's what favicon is. Now when you get over here to create new folders, you're going to be creating these folders here: Fish Creek, Java Jam, Pacific Trails, Prime Properties, or My Project. And My Project will be whatever project you come up with on your own. All right. So these should be the same. If you have an older version of the text, or maybe the absolute newest version of the text, it may switch out one of these kind of things. They've done that in the past, is they've switched out one project. For example, Prime Properties was something else before. I think it was Pete's Painting or something like that. But yeah, so don't really worry too much. Create the files that you need, and when I go into your directory like this, to your website, I will see those directories, and then I can grade your projects. This is where I will grade your projects from. All right. Now, notice here is an example. And it's a little old, but that's okay. So here you can see the favicons. Now you can see that I can get to these folders. Now if I wanted to go and grade Java Jam, I could just go and click Java Jam and view it. anybody in the world can go to this address and see your page now, in theory. All right, and then again, I've got this thing on the bottom that says, when you finish these steps, let me know via the text box, and I can go and grade the fact that you've got your folder set up. It's an easy assignment, and I have all these assignments are set for 10 points. Don't go off of the points, because if I see that you've done the assignments, you will get an A in the class. And then the only thing that I will really grade as far as quality of the assignments is the case studies and your project, your individual project. All right, so if I go here and I want to go to my FTP DreamHost thing, I'm going to see a thing like this appear. Is my host is griffsclass.com. My login is my username, mcrgriffith, and then my password. All right, and then the blue arrow. There we go. All right, and then it takes me to my folders. All right, so you can see there's a bunch of things that I didn't show you, I don't think, in the other folder, but I'm trying to go into this folder. Now, inside the R. Griffith folder, yours would be your first initial and last name. I'm not sure why it didn't say MC R. Griffith now that I think about it, but yours may see MC and then your username. And again, if I was to go and look at this page now, it's going to show that. Let me go and adjust this a bit. Let me go out to a new page, and I'm going to do mcrgriffith.griffsclass.com. Okay, I had a little technical issue with my screen recorder. If I look at my quick start here and look over to my page here, rgriffith.griffsclass.com, yours would probably be MC and then whatever, because I think I set mine up wrong. Then I should be able to go back over here, and if I delete quick start and it says, are you sure you want to do this? Yes, I'm going to delete that page. And now if I go back to my page here and hit refresh, now I can see my directories. So if I go back here and I start to create my directories, if I right click, I could do create, and then I might want to call one Java Jam. And then press enter, create, and then maybe I want to create one called Prime Properties. All right. Now, the reason we're creating different folders is because each folder is going to be its own website or web page. It's going to be a website, really. If you had your own host and you maybe created websites for 10 or 15 people, each of them would have their own folders. So if I was to, go inside Java Jam, for example, there's not going to be any really folders in here, just some directory structure, if it ever hurries up. And if I go into my page now again and rgriffith.griffsclass.com and refresh, I'm going to see I have a Java Jam folder and a Prime Properties folder. So if I go inside Java Jam, nothing in there. Go inside Prime Properties, nothing in there. And so here's where I would go back to my file here, and I would send files here. Like, for example, if I do upload, it's going to want to know where my files are that I want to upload. Now, I can drag all of my files here, or I can select the files from my computer. For example, you should already have a Java Jam folder. You can grab, since I'm inside Java Jam, I want to open my Java Jam folder and drag those files to here. If I was just inside my main directory, let me go back up to my main directory here. If I didn't already have a Java Jam folder here, I would just upload and select the files from my computer, or just drag a box over, a folder over of my Java Jam. All right? That helps you do it all at once, and you don't really have to worry too much. FTP like using an FTP client is about the same way. This is more graphical and more web-based, so that you don't have to always have access to your FTP client. You can be on a computer at a library or wherever and upload your pages if you're doing that, or at least edit your pages. You probably won't have your files to upload there, but I've gone to a client before and worked on their website on their own computer and logged into the web-based version of the FTP so that I could work on things, move things around, delete things, change things, and I didn't need to have my FTP client with me all the time. I really do like FTP clients. There's some good ones that I'm going to demonstrate this week, probably this week, maybe next week, but I really like the web-based thing here with DreamHost. So DreamHost seems to be a really solid company. Anyway, I hope that helps you get started. When I go in, again, I'm going to go into your website here, whatever your web name is, .griffsclass.com, and I'm going to click on your Java Jam, for example, and then your page will come up. You know, if I had pictures in here, whatever, it's just going to show the pictures. The other thing is, while I'm here, when it goes to this folder, it's going to show a directory just like it did here. The only thing is, if I was to create a index.html or something along those lines, index.htm, then it would show instead of my directory list. So that's important because you don't want people to see all of the files in your folder. You want them to see just the main file. So you can create all of your files in here, and then one of them, your main file, will be called index.html or default, or depends on what you have your web host set up as. And it'll just kind of load it then instead of showing you all this extra stuff. All right, so hopefully that helps. Thank you very much.